The question of how life originated on Earth is one of the most profound and intriguing in science. Over centuries, scholars and scientists have proposed numerous theories to explain how the complex, self-replicating systems that constitute life could have arisen from non-living matter. These theories span a wide range of disciplines, including biology, chemistry, physics, and astronomy. In this document, we will explore the leading theories of the origin of life, delving into their hypotheses, supporting evidence, and critiques. Abiogenesis, or the concept of life arising naturally from non-living matter, is one of the most widely studied frameworks for explaining the origin of life. Central to this theory is the idea that simple organic molecules formed under prebiotic conditions on early Earth, eventually giving rise to more complex macromolecules, and ultimately, living cells. The primordial soup hypothesis, first proposed by Alexander Oparin and John B. S. Haldane in the 1920s, suggests that early Earth's atmosphere was rich in gases such as methane, ammonia, hydrogen, and water vapor. These gases, combined with energy sources such as lightning and ultraviolet radiation, led to the formation of simple organic molecules in the oceans. The famous Miller-Urey experiment of 1953 provided experimental support for this hypothesis. Stanley Miller and Harold Urey simulated early Earth's conditions in a laboratory, demonstrating that amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, could be synthesized under these conditions. However, critics argue that the exact composition of early Earth's atmosphere is still debated, and the experiment might not accurately reflect natural conditions. Another compelling variation of abiogenesis is the hydrothermal vent hypothesis. This theory posits that life began in the deep ocean near hydrothermal vents, where superheated water rich in minerals is expelled from Earth's crust. These environments provide a unique combination of heat, chemicals, and microenvironments that could have facilitated the formation of organic molecules and primitive metabolic pathways. Studies of modern extremophiles, organisms that thrive in extreme conditions such as hydrothermal vents, support this hypothesis. Additionally, experiments have shown that organic molecules can form under conditions mimicking those of hydrothermal vents. However, some scientists question whether these environments could sustain the stability and concentration of molecules needed for life to originate. Panspermia is the hypothesis that life did not originate on Earth, but was instead transported here from elsewhere in the universe. Proponents of this theory suggest that microbial life could have been carried to Earth on comets, asteroids, or interstellar dust. Directed panspermia, proposed by Francis Crick and Leslie Orgel, suggests that life on Earth was deliberately seeded by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. While intriguing, this idea lacks direct evidence and raises more questions than it answers about the origin of life. In contrast, accidental panspermia posits that life was unintentionally transported to Earth via natural celestial processes. For example, extremophiles, known for their ability to survive harsh conditions, could potentially endure space travel within meteorites or comets. Discoveries of organic molecules and water on celestial bodies like Mars and Europa lend some plausibility to this hypothesis. Critics of panspermia argue that it merely shifts the question of life's origin to another location in the universe, rather than providing a definitive answer. The RNA world hypothesis proposes that self-replicating RNA molecules were the precursors to modern life. RNA, unlike DNA, can both store genetic information and catalyze chemical reactions, making it a plausible candidate for the first biological molecule. The discovery of ribozymes in the 1980s provided significant support for this theory. Ribozymes demonstrate that RNA can facilitate its own replication and catalyze essential biochemical reactions. Additionally, experiments have shown that simple RNA molecules can form spontaneously under certain prebiotic conditions. However, the RNA world hypothesis faces challenges. RNA is chemically unstable and prone to degradation, making its persistence in early Earth's environment questionable. Furthermore, the synthesis of RNA from simpler precursors remains a complex and unresolved problem. The metabolism first hypothesis suggests that metabolic networks, systems of chemical reactions that produce energy and build molecules, preceded the development of genetic material like RNA or DNA. This theory argues that life began as self-sustaining chemical systems that eventually evolved the ability to store and transmit genetic information. Supporters of this hypothesis point to the existence of simple catalytic cycles and the potential for mineral surfaces, such as those of clay or iron-sulfur compounds, to facilitate these reactions. Additionally, modern metabolic pathways often rely on simple molecules and reactions, suggesting a possible evolutionary link to prebiotic chemistry. Critics, however, question how such systems could achieve the complexity and stability required for the transition to life. The lack of experimental evidence for the spontaneous emergence of metabolic networks also poses a challenge. The clay hypothesis, proposed by Graham Cairns-Smith, suggests that life originated on the surfaces of clay minerals. Clay provides a structured surface that could have facilitated the organization of organic molecules and the formation of complex macromolecules. Some clays also have catalytic properties, which might have driven chemical reactions necessary for life. While intriguing, the clay hypothesis remains speculative. Critics argue that there is limited direct evidence for the role of clay in the origin of life, and it is unclear how the transition from clay-based systems to biological systems occurred. This hypothesis is a more specific variation of the hydrothermal vent theory, focusing on alkaline hydrothermal vents, such as those found at the Lost City hydrothermal field. These vents emit warm, alkaline fluids that interact with acidic seawater, creating natural proton gradients. These gradients could have driven the formation of organic molecules and primitive energy production systems, serving as precursors to modern metabolism. Research into the conditions at these vents and their potential to support prebiotic chemistry continues to provide valuable insights. However, like other abiogenesis theories, this hypothesis faces challenges in explaining the origin of genetic material and cellular structures. Exogenesis is similar to panspermia, but focuses on the possibility that life originated elsewhere in the universe and was later transported to Earth. This theory is often supported by the discovery of organic molecules in meteorites and interstellar space. However, like panspermia, exogenesis shifts the question of life's origin rather than providing a direct explanation. Recent advances in synthetic biology have allowed scientists to explore the origin of life in the laboratory. Researchers have synthesized protocells, simple cell-like structures that mimic certain properties of living cells, such as membrane formation and molecular replication. These experiments provide valuable insights into how life could have originated, though they remain simplified models of natural processes. The origin of life on Earth remains a fascinating and unresolved scientific question. Each theory offers unique insights and addresses different aspects of this complex problem, from the chemical precursors of life to the environments that could have supported its emergence. While significant progress has been made, many questions remain unanswered, and the search for a comprehensive understanding of life's origins continues to inspire scientific inquiry and discovery.